Don't hear you. Don't know why.
I forgot
Okay.
to press the button.
No
Sorry.
worries. Now I hear you perfectly.
And the picture is okay for you?
Picture's great.
Great, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Seat.
Already, thank you. Thank you.
Out of time, not even already. Yeah.
Say again?
Out of time.
Out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically out of time.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, Isaac.
Can you find the words to describe? Maybe not possible, but yeah.
Not possible.
Thanks.
Wish you a good journey. See you soon.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm amazed at, what used to be so routine for me is I'm just seeing it's stressful to travel for me at this age.
Yes,
all the things I
okay.
have to remember. God. Last time when I left, I forgot the power cord for my computer. So it's just in the end, none of it matters, but I can just see how something wants to remember. Yeah.
It's emotions always.
Really.
It's like I project everything on you, yeah? Father,
okay.
lover, brother, God, whole thing.
Yeah.
Kudu.
In a way, the whole world was a projection.
I might come a pattern up that we already saw everyone or many people carry, or what we say people, is that being left out, because most of people will come to the retreat and be not, especially me, I would love to go. Ah, I will ask Nilima if she can hack through her me what this projection.
Michael was reflecting this morning. Last time when I left to come for the retreat, the day before I had blacked out 3 times. And I wasn't even sure I'd make the trip. You know, it was like, okay, I'm going, but let's see if the body makes it. And now I'm not blacking out anymore, which is fantastic. But wow, what a year.
And what amazes me also that it takes so long time to find out that it has to do with the heart, and that the
Sure.
pacemaker would do it and stuff. That is always, I think,
Yeah.
wow, this is, you have so good doctors or people around you, and then I think,
It's
wow.
always a bit of luck, you know. I mean, because like those blackouts would happen, like quite a few, and then stop for 6 months. And so if they test in the 6 months' time, they can't find anything. Yeah. Love, and more love. Thank you. Sundari? Yeah. Cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I think I have something that I would like to look on. Yesterday I met some people that meant a great deal for me, like my whole world, for a long time, or some years. And then suddenly they disappeared out of my life. And yesterday I saw them again. And there was this fear coming up. I mean, they were just there out of the blue, and then I just felt like I can't deal with this now, so I have to go to the other side of the street, and I just walk by, you know. And it's just, I mean, I have really longing for them, to meet them for such a long time, and now I meet them, and I don't know, it's just very strange. And now there's not this, there was this really clinging to these people, because she was my guru in a way also. So she was my one love. I mean, she was to me very divine. And now it's just it was kind of a shock for the system, you know, when something is happening like that. And I didn't know how to react in it, you know. But there's also a kind of a seeing that this wasn't it either, you know. This was just a coming and going. This was just, you know. So this is very beautiful also. I mean,
Yeah.
even though it was a big love, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. 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 And I don't really know what to do about it, or if I'm going to do anything. I don't know. Yeah.
Have you been in more than one relationship in this lifetime? I mean, intimate relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
you know, yeah.
Yeah, and so, you know, when you're with the person, it's very important how they spend their money, how they spend their time, who they sleep with, and then your paths go in different directions, and it doesn't matter. They can do in the same person, just something changes where it's amazing that, huh?
Yeah.
Somehow, yeah.
And it's just like it really didn't happen, you know. It's just it seems so who was there? Was it me even? I mean, how
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah.
Wow, what was that?
Yeah, I mean,
This
all
whole
the reaction and everything I went into, I mean, that was so yeah, just so much clinging, you know, to something which wasn't real.
Yeah.
That was yeah. Yeah. I think that is very fortunate in a way to
And you know, in some ways, the same thing happens about all the ideas we've had about ourselves, about everyone.
yeah.
You know, it's just like, wow, none of it is actually real. It's just,
No.
yeah.
And even it was also about God, you know, because I was so religious at some point.
Mhm.
And that also had to go because everything had to go. It was just taken away. She was taken away, and everything was taken away, and then there was nothing. And that was,
Yeah. Sure.
yeah. But yeah, that is also really grace. I mean, that comes in and just wipes everything out like a, I don't know,
Sure.
big river coming in.
Yeah.
But really disastrous, but really beautiful, you know. It's just both and, you know, because I was so scared. I was so scared. But none of it really matters. I mean, now.
Amazing.
Yeah. So it's just seeing this, also seeing all these, you know, stories you make up in your mind that you're so clinging to. I mean, the story of me and her, and you know,
Yeah.
just yeah. Yeah, there was something that wanted to go into these feelings to make sure that this is seen, you know, to go into it really deeply into it, not to just, you know, yeah.
Not jump over, but
Yeah.
honoring and seeing, wow, man. Like where seeing is happening from and all that, how much it can change. And
Yeah.
as things fall away, you know, it's just like, wow, doesn't leave much.
No. No, it doesn't. And I am. I'm also letting go of other stuff, you know. Just because it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right to do it. When people tell you you should be in this way, you should do it like this, and I feel like, oh, this is not me. I can't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And even this me, I mean, but there's something that can't do it. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just beautiful to see all these people here that are so peaceful, and to be in this space. It's just, yeah, magical. Thank you. Thank you.
Satya.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey.
Safe journey, Isaac, on the 19th. Enjoy the flight
Thank you.
with your body conditions and Isaac, something within my system is not honoring this space. It misuses this space for its goes into tendencies, and they are so ugly, and I feel very helpless because I can't help to go there. And
You know, I'm sure you've read Ramana,
yeah,
at least some of his stuff. Yeah. And you know what? He spoke so simply. He said, look, you know, what it is bringing your attention back to awareness. again and again and again and again and again until somehow awareness just stays. I mean, the attention stays with awareness.
Yeah.
And, he said, it's a funny way to speak, but until that happens, there's just the effort of continuously bringing your attention back.
Yeah.
Because the nature of Maya is the attention moves onto a feeling or a thought or, believing in a sense of me, whatever it is, it's just like, and nobody does it. It's just like all these old habits, all this old information, all this old conditioning. And so this desire to be peace itself comes up. And, of course, then it looks like, okay, maybe I have to meditate or maybe I've got to do yoga or something, but in the most simple, it's just bringing attention back to awareness. Old habits arise, whatever, okay, they see.
Because when it's tasted, I'm saying when, I'm using the word when because it's our natural state is not a state. Who we are, we already are. There's a knowing of that I don't have to do, but there's the other stuff. I'm just repeating myself. I've said it so many, but it's such a, there's almost a fear that like always, almost like a prayer, please, Lord, I don't want to go there. And because it's such a,
Yeah.
And then there's a loop. Then of course that personality or, oh, you did it again and you're not honoring that comes up, which is also kind of another way,
Just another part of that loop, yeah.
part of the whole Maya, whatever you want to.
Exactly. So, every time it's noticed, just is aware of it, rest, and rest, and rest, and rest. I mean, that's the effort, if you call it an effort or it's a love affair, that has to happen. Because otherwise attention does wander. It gets sunk into something, doesn't see. Yeah.
Thank you, Isaac, again and again.
Yeah. Thanks, Satya. In the one way you could say that even when identification happens, there's a seeing that the identification is not you. It's just happening. It just happens by itself, really. It's just a movement. Nobody does it.
There's almost like that something which is not moving, you can see from that place or some, I don't know how to say it otherwise. There's a movement of identification and the whole one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello, Isaac. Just see the picture bigger. Can you hear me? Well,
I do. I hear you.
okay. Yeah. It was so beautiful to see this with Sundari, what she was saying. And like, of course, it's like how it was in me felt, that I can see that there is still a slight, always clinging to the actually dream that I was making out of the story with this man. It's like, because there's something that exactly knows that it was time to leave for both of us, and that everything's totally right.
Mhm.
And it's so, I don't get it, because I don't know what it's for, to always believe again that it would have been so much nicer if I would still be with him or something like that. That it's like this permanent thing. And immediately I know, that's the lie, or that's not true. And when Sundari said now that none of it was actually even there or was right or something, I somehow had the feeling I want to acknowledge that there was something really beautiful going on with him and me for over 10 years. It was also beautiful. Not only, of course. And so that to me probably still feels so true, that there is something that really is close with him, even now. I wanted to acknowledge that, but with it comes this whole pain of the believing the dream again, or something. I don't really,
So just for fun, what's him?
Well, at this moment, if I look now, what he is in a way feels like he's living inside of me as part of me. Inside.
Okay. So
That's
what is that that's living inside of you as you?
something beautiful, actually. It's a love.
Something beautiful. And is that him, or what is
Something
that?
like love. Yeah.
What is it? What is that love? What's it dependent on? What's it made of?
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of here already, so it's definitely nothing to miss because it is here.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. And why does it flip all the time,
So we've been conditioned
Mhm.
into inside and outside, and to seeing things as objects, and then making cause and effect.
Yeah.
All the it's like, and yet as we look really deeply, we see, oh, the power of thinking to generate distortion, a felt sense of something that's not true. It's
It's amazing. I mean, and it is not in my control somehow at all, that it
no,
slips into it's actually when I'm alone at home, or when I'm sitting, it's like always immediate that it feels actually that I'm lucky, that it's like a gift. Love came, and love is still there, and but it's like I always have to pass this house when I drive with my bike, and it's just like I don't do anything, but I may get sad and angry. Something shows up, I can see it, and it leaves this aftertaste for quite a while, and it's almost like I would love to be sort of not always confronted again with the same loop. Yeah, but I'm not the only one. I also know it's like it's a program. It's just a program. Because ultimately it somehow does make a difference also to see you in apparently outside of me, which is such a pleasure. It's a pleasure to then see you close or meet you at the retreat. It's like, and I can see that sort of applies also a little bit to this love that I have with this man still in my heart, you know. But that's probably human thing. That is this thing. I love the way, I don't know, sometimes Osho sometimes said something. I think he said there's always the love and the marketplace. And I think that's actually what it is. The marketplace is the business of mind and emotions. And they come together as long as we are around somehow, or
it seems like, like at least to me, it seems that part of our conditioning has been to outsource upset and happiness. And it's such a habit. I mean, you walk around in any town or city, most people are looking through that lens. So what's required to stop giving energy to appearances, to feelings, to perspectives that all come and go?
Yeah. I can see it. The only thing it requires is actually to notice what is much more beautiful inside already. Already, every moment it's already, that everything else is less. It's just less.
Yeah.
And maybe it takes some time for the system to, just to
such well-worn pathways in our system, to keep going into when something is uncomfortable, to keep going into it, to try and solve it and fix it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably, that's why also in the meetings, it's like over and over again, we're hearing the same things happening, but it's beautiful to understand that the system actually needs that, to hear it again and again. And then a little bit it relaxes more and more. Something relaxes.
Yeah.
And then, so as soon as it's relaxed, then there's also not even a wonder almost that things like that can happen. It's just gone.
Yeah.
There is no problem left ever. Yes, okay. I also start enjoying all these loops a bit because they seem a bit ridiculous, it's
how beautiful.
Very, very really ridiculous ultimately.
Yeah.
It's mad, for 2 years. It's like, I feel I'm laughing a bit sort of lovingly over myself,
Well, actually, it's not even yourself. It's just the funny patterns that play in us.
Yeah, exactly. There's a kind of a love in it that's for myself, I could say, for what's happening here, And it's okay. Yeah, and I'm so much looking forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you. Me too.
Safe travels.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Gaiji. Hey.
Hi, Isaac G. Yeah, I have to do with some tendency to somehow in a need to do something or to feel responsible for example, now for my girlfriend, when it feels like she suffers of thoughts, actually, uh, to do something, and I know I can't do anything. It's so in that stuff I'm in somehow, or this is happening here.
Yeah. So somehow it seems like there's someone that's suffering.
It looks like, yeah.
It looks like, yeah.
And
But
it,
let's just go into that a little deeper. So it looks like that. So who's suffering?
yeah, it feels like I'm suffering and of of that need
Yeah.
to what to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how you say it seems like I'm suffering. And then you see that there's some pattern playing, and the pattern can't suffer, a pattern can't suffer, but somehow in the pattern playing itself, there's a way that a sense of I appears.
Yes, yes, yes.
And that sense of I
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be like that when this sense of I or this sense of suffering I is arising.
Mhm.
Um, that I need to do something to
Yeah.
to
Yeah, yeah, that's part of the movie, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that it's coming up again and again, and then for a long time not, and then comes again.
Yeah.
And what is noticed here now, it's becoming more physical, so to say. And the seeming need to change something is dropping down. Or
Yeah.
and it's good resting here with you, having this loving attention, and I don't see any movement in you that you have to do something. which helps my system somehow.
Yeah.
Hmm. Funny thought. When you were speaking before, so what Ramana actually said, very simple, yeah, come back to awareness again and again with the attention. In that case, it feels like I'm leaving her alone or something like this. Yeah?
Mm.
This is because I can say, look, darling, it's just thinking, everything is fine, everything's okay.
Yeah.
But what
And even is there need to say that? You know, like it might come out like that, but probably it'll piss her off.
yeah, no, and it just happened half hour ago that she says, "Oh, I'm so devastated, and I feel so. I have to come out of this schlamassel somehow."
Mm.
And yeah, and then for me, it feels like when I'm just resting as a kind of betrayal or leaving her with her shit somehow, so to say. Oh.
Mm. Yeah, so underneath all of that, there's a sense that there's someone who's suffering.
At least there's some suffering, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that there's someone that's suffering.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, if we look really, really just being very, so we notice suffering behavior, you could say.
Yeah.
And so what's actually happening is old information is coming up and the attention is going with it.
Yes.
And if we look, we can't find anybody who's doing that.
Yes.
it's just kind of happening.
Yes.
But yet somehow there's an idea that there is someone that's suffering.
Yes, she is there, so to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we can see how quickly a sense of me arises in looking through that filter that there's someone there.
Yes.
It's not just, it's like there's patterns playing. Nobody's doing them. There's, what do we need to do about something that doesn't actually exist or that's not real? It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I can see like with this traveling coming up and like going to sleep at night happens, and then something in the system kind of goes into this all the things that need to happen, be able to leave in a way that's isn't going to cause any repercussions later. And it goes
Doesn't
around.
any good, but
So like, you know, that I don't forget something or,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's like something like that. And so the thoughts go over about all the things that need to still happen. And it's like, you know, there's a deep knowing that it's not necessary, it's not useful. It's just sensations and some old kind of frequency or vibration that just plays. And amazing for me that it's still that it keeps going, and at the same time, there's nothing that's concerned about it keeping on going. It can keep going. It's like, because I know there's a deep knowing it has nothing to do with me. It's then, and it's like, okay, so sleep isn't going to happen. Clear, I see it. As long as that's going on, sleep is not going to happen. So it is like that.
yes.
It's like it'll do that until it stops.
Well, thank you very much that you do that for us to come to Germany. I'm really
Thanks,
looking.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good travels.
Thank you. Ah, Esther.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, excellent. Because I'm playing with my laptop now and it's everything is different. So didn't know if the mic works. I'm playing with really sensing the quietness in my breast. What's it?
Mhm.
And at the same time that space of that nothing has to change, of being present. And it seems that that place of where you can feel the quietness from your heart, there's some frozenness, or that really, or even maybe fragmented. So then it's then to feel the quietness is yeah. I'm not sure if I'm present now, but are you really busy to find a solution again?
Yeah, so, it's interesting to call it quietness.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because in a certain way, it's like that's like the attention then is looking for a feeling or something that is associates with but right now, if you try and do your best to speak about awareness, that's always here.
Yeah, that's like, what's the sound of clapping with one hand question.
Exactly.
When I try to speak, then it's already history. So
yeah, exactly.
but yeah, because I want to learn to hold the space for myself and be gentle for that space, what's so fast triggered and really activate the killer in me.
Okay.
And
So I want to learn. What was the sense? I want to
learn to hold the space for my
Okay, I want to
own.
learn to hold the space. Okay, cool. So in that way of seeing things, how would you describe the immediacy of that experience? I want to learn.
Yeah.
How does that feel in the moment?
Yeah, some contraction.
Yeah. Some hope that if you learn it, it'll be better. So this future comes into
Now some confusing is coming in.
Okay. So can thinking help you to solve this confusion?
No.
Okay.
There's just a belief that I have to change something in my system to meet people in a
Mhm.
gentle way. So
Mhm.
they maybe say yes when I invite them. And that
Okay.
activates the doer in me to, and they say no, to change something
So
in the system.
would you recommend that belief to your friends?
I have no idea.
And then just resting. Nothing to understand. Nothing to get to.
Nothing to do.
But who are you? Without going to any idea or anything you've heard, just right this moment. Beyond thought, beyond feelings.
It's
It's
that
getting
what is,
quieter.
yeah,
It's getting,
and it's that what is aware of that I was not there.
yeah.
So I never can answer that question, actually.
Yeah, good.
I'm a little bit trying to get rid of stuff and also my CDs. And then I found 2 or 3 CDs from the retreat from 2013, I guess, from Jonathan and
Oh.
Van Wouden. And I listened to it and I hear that, that quiet felt what is then coming into the retreat, It was so beautiful to listen. Very nice. I don't throw them away.
Mm.
I wish you could travel. And I'm not sure where I meet again.
Life will show us. Yeah,
Thank you, ciao.
thank you. Hans.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
I didn't plan to talk actually, but yeah, there was something going on with these love objects. We were talking about that, some people, and I was thinking suddenly friends and male, female popped up in my mind. And it felt very important that these objects stayed in my mind actually, because when they are there, they are confirming my love. Without them, my love is not there anymore. And first I could not feel myself, but then I felt that my love actually is in a kind of a shock state or so. I'm pinpointing on these love object images and they has to stay there. But my love feels like in a shock, like it's still almost not believing that they are gone or so.
And what remains?
What remains in this moment is a kind of a warm feeling in my nerve system. I'm feeling a little bit like a balloon which is empty. And there's a kind of a knowing, there is a kind of a knowing that I love them and it feels enough. Yeah, that feels enough.
It's so interesting to also look, what is it that we love? We say them,
Yeah.
but what is them?
This moment, it feels like a reaction I have on their appearance.
Far out, huh?
Yeah. Mm. I like this reaction actually. Strange because suddenly it feels now inside me and not in a dynamic anymore. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm also not so fixed anymore. I'm not so fixed anymore. I can now look at you as well, and I can love you for us, so to say. But it's not so fixed anymore on an object or on fixed
Yeah.
reaction or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, we've brought up in a culture where the conditioning was, I love you. But we were never invited to see who's the I and who's the you.
mm.
So that idea that there's the me that loves you, it's really deeply entrenched, deeply conditioned. And you know, what invites us to see deeper than that? Just there's no I, there's no you, it's just love. I mean, it's
Yes, and this immediate exchange without effort. It's immediate in exchange. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember this feeling when I was a child or so. I don't know. I remember this feeling, this in love with everything, you know, with the rain, with the nature, with just the atmosphere around me,
Yeah.
colors, whatever. And it doesn't need any confirmation as well because I know it or so. It's such an enormous freedom because I will never leave anybody. Okay, that's surprisingly end. I wish you a very good trip and see you.
Thank you. Yeah, see you soon. Gerrit.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Gerrit.
I just want to say hello and goodbye, and maybe sit silently in between. If I, if I, well, that's the intention. And I just waited actually too long, and I'm sort of nervous, and I'm very happy to be here, and I might come over to Germany and see you,
Oh,
and
cool.
if I dare to take that train and all the hassle of traveling.
So I'll see you where I want to. I'll see you when you see me.
Who sees who? Yeah. Yeah, who's meeting? Yes. Yes. I was waking up this morning and on everything, I thought, oh, 10 o'clock, I'm on the Zoom with Isaac, and then in the afternoon, and then tonight another thing. And, here's me going to do, and this is the feeling of me. And I hear you say this feeling of me is not you. It's not you. And who am I? I'm just still, hustling with it. Mm. Sometimes have a clear view of what is happening, and then again, keeps on going. So what do I want, and who's wanting? Yeah, it's like it's a labyrinth of, and so I better keep quiet, sit still. It's so enjoyable. I just have to say that it's really funny. It's so nice to just be here with the Sangha and with you, and to have all this silence that is expressed in words actually, and that is, the little things. I love it. I just love it.
At the pull of your heart decide whether you come or not. Andrea. Hi.
Hey there.
Hi there.
Surprisingly, the topic really made me feeling super alive. I mean, when the pants walk in different directions. I haven't heard that term from you before. It's amazing. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Wow. Mm.
Oh, Anita.
Hi, Isaac. Hi,
Hey,
everyone.
Anita.
Yeah, lovely conversations striking a chord in me. And also thinking back of what we talked about last Sunday, the idea there's no other. Oh, my heart is really pounding now, pretty loud. It's just so beautiful. It's just so moving.
You know, one way of speaking it, there's just this flow of information. You can't find the beginning or the end to any flow. Just a continuous, ever-changing flow of life, information, whatever we want to call it. And then somehow our thinking chops it up into someone, something, this, that, and thinks it's real, but it's like, wow.
Just practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But meanwhile, awareness is here and we're moving. Just when realizing this, fear comes up like, oh dear, what the hell am I going to do in the world now? So I walk out of my door.
Luckily, that's just a thought.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Yeah. It's just good to know that if you feel something new, that immediately emotions can come up to try to get you back in the old state somehow. So.
Yeah, exactly. Just, and all it is just a thought. It's nothing to concern with. It's just like, okay, life is going to happen like it always has happened. You know, it's like. There's just been a sense of someone that doesn't actually exist steering the ship, and even that is a joke. It's like, if we look at our lives, I mean, just life is just what happens, and you know.
Mm. Mm. It's a bit feels a bit weird, but
No, it's just say it's not familiar, you know. It's not. It's just like, yeah. In fact, we never really know what's going on. It's just like this. Yeah. So.
The urge to try to find words there.
Yeah.
I can't. Mm. happy to see you at the retreat, Isaac, and
No,
I really wish you beautiful travels.
yeah, thank you. I mean, when I look at 1 year ago and how, like, you know, Micah dropped me off at the station to take the train to the airport. And it's like, I honestly didn't know if I'd make it to the airport because the body was doing such strange things. So it was like, wow. And this year, it's like there's so much more, it seems like so much more likely that I will I'll make it. But who knows? You know, you never know. That's what's so weird. It's just like,
Okay, maybe we meet, maybe we don't. In
yeah, well, that's a, I mean, you know, it's like this, you know, when this, just walking along the beach and suddenly the body loses consciousness like 3 times. And so you go, okay, well, okay, that's what's going on. And somehow there's this plane ticket booked. Is it is it a good idea? I don't know, but it seems to be going in that direction. Yeah.
Amazing that you weren't concerned about the blackouts. Yeah.
It's like either you're gonna go or you're not gonna go. And somehow it seemed like I was going. So
Well, life is full of surprises. We'll see in July whether you're here.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, much love, Isaac.
Oh, thanks for
Thank you
that.
so much.
Yeah. Well, Sylvie.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Sylvie.
I love to connect with you. I'm also very happy you're still here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, oh, hello.
Yeah, he's drinking.
Yeah, I see.
My system is a bit in fight mode against the global everything.
Yeah. You know, it's like
There's so much fire in this system to do that.
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
understand. You know, it's so funny because, you know, it's like to give a funny example, if we were all on a big ship and the ship sank, and so a bunch of us jumped onto a little lifeboat, and there hadn't been time to let anybody know that the ship had sunk or anything. We're sitting in this boat, and it's a few days, and we see there's only enough water for 2 or 3 more days for maybe five of the people. What do we do with the rest of the people? We either, some people have to sacrifice themselves, or some people have to, something has to, like either everybody's going to die, or some people are going to say, okay, look, I'm not feeling well. Maybe I'll jump into the water and leave enough for you, so maybe someone can survive. It's a fun, we've seen movies like that, yeah, or stories like that. And so, from a certain perspective, we don't know. There's so many people on the planet, and it's like maybe it can continue, maybe it can't continue. It's depending on
I have good faith.
yeah. So that's the thing, is
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hear, and it's like I just go, wow, I just don't have a clue what's supposed to happen. It's just I see. It's like it's such a big universe, and there's just this, like, in some ways, like a completely, we call it civilization, but it's so, yeah, whatever it is, it's like it's crazy in a certain way, and at the same time, just resting in the moment, this beauty. It's just, to me, it seems like what makes the most sense is to rest as that beauty, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's like, you can say we have faith, that faith, it's like we know we're all going to die, whatever that means.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I really see this as a kind of movie, and everyone is of not everyone, but a lot of people will wake up. That's what I believe somehow. Yeah,
And
I know we don't know, but
yeah,
yeah.
and then even like it's like, then there'll be a golden age, and then there'll be another age, and then there'll be another. I mean, I don't know. It's like, all I know is that there's this moment, and either meeting it as the beloved, or meeting it as, man, it's really messed up, and with luck we'll get to a better place. So let's see. What's the difference?
Yeah. But there's still, I can still be peaceful in it also, and happy. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah,
But you just, it's like such a razor edge, it's like
yeah.
this, it's like, we're living in such interesting times. I was watching some of the top AI people talking about how fast AI is growing. And like a year ago, you could talk to an AI and they would respond like a teenager. They're that level of intelligence. Now they can have conversations with you that you could have with a professor or something like that.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, yeah, and it's jumping so very, 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 very fast. And there's no knowing actually what the impact of that is. And like, so one of the guys was saying, there's more regulations about what you can, like what kind of food you can serve in a restaurant than the development of this AI. And it's like, and he's going, it could be such a change the scenario so greatly, because it's like suddenly you're having this interface with an intelligence that's so much smarter than us and has the capacity to keep making itself smarter. It's just hard to predict.
Yeah, and it's how it's being used. Yeah.
And again, it's like, or whether its own intelligence, it's like, it's mind-blowing. So I don't know anything. I can just see there's all this old way of functioning, but then at the same time there's this development of intelligence that maybe gets usurped by this old structure, or maybe we don't know. It's just like, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that what we have is this moment.
Yeah.
And that we either meet it as the beloved, or we meet it that I know better than totality how it should be right now.
And I'm also feeling for the first time that it's so nice to not know.
Yeah.
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 So out of control, and for my system, that is really the opposite ever. Yeah, and then you also land in the heart with not know. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Amen. Yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Thanks.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you. It's soon. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of you know this is the last of these meetings for a little while, and when it becomes clear when a meeting can happen like this again, then it'll be on Facebook or on my website, and see you when I see you, when you see me. Thank you, Andrea, for hosting. Thanks, beloveds, for showing up. Love, peace, beauty.